All right, it's October 4th, and that means it's getting dark out early, and I have no idea what time it is because I'm really confused. It's dark by 6, and I'm turning lights on, and what the hell? Give me back my daylight. I like natural light. None of this light stuff. No offense to these things. But, of course, I'm not here to tell you about that. I actually have something else that came to an end here at the beginning of October, and that is the Rings of Power. And I really like the end of the season 2, but we can go. Let's start by going into my Lord of the Rings history, because of course one of my favorite trilogies in all books that I spent even more for this fun foil version, which is really cool. I was so excited to even get this printing of it, but I fucking loved it. The Peter Jackson trilogy, I have some gripes, like he shouldn't have. Aragorn should not have just been knocked out by a simple fall on a rock. But I know. This is how you got the flashbacks incorporated and all that fun stuff. Make sure it doesn't fall. I could probably kill someone with that book. And then the Two Towers in general probably was the weakest part of that trilogy, but I thought it was done pretty well, fairly well. So we'll definitely say that, which you realize is a setup for the one that I fucking love this fucking book. The Hobbit is my favorite book of all Tolkien stuff. It's got its wear and tear. I've read through this a couple times. And man, did Peter Jackson do this book dirty. Man, I hated that trilogy. Yeah, let's just put it that way. We can set that down. I mean, I will say this, and I'm not even a big fan of this one, the animated one from the 80s. I know I watched it a couple times, and then my dad's like, there was a Return of the King one, which turned out the third book, so I was like, how did we get... Anyways, this I thought was a better adaptation than, even though the animation almost gave me nightmares as a kid, but I thought this was the better adaptation of The Hobbit than what that garbage that Peter Jackson ended up making. So, putting it out there, my expectations were kind of like, what am I going to think about that one? And there, no more Nightmare Fuel seeing interestingly 80s drawn Hobbit. So I was like, all right, expectations. And after the first season, I was like excited but tempered, I think. Like, I was like, all right, did Sauron really? And then, because it kind of, one of the benefits of it, because it's mostly rooted in the Silmarillion, another well-read book of here, that I think, did I take the bookmark out of here? I had a Guttermouth sticker in here I found a couple weeks ago. I used as a fucking bookmark. So basically, it's more reads like, I almost want to say like a history book, because it's based on his notes. His son actually took over and kind of put together his notes as kind of a history from mostly to the end. A lot of the origin stuff of Middle-earth, and put it all together, and all that fun stuff. It includes, the Second Age, I believe it is, that Numenor and all the stuff that's going on in Rings of Power is happening. But it's also vague enough that you're like, alright, they got a little more leeway than, say, this. Which, still, how did you fuck this up? Anyways. We're gonna go off, honey. We're gonna stop. And so I was like, alright. And then by the second season, though, they have definitely, there's a little bit of weaving, but it's I like it. I really like it. We finally got live action Tom Bombadil, which doesn't actually appear in, it only appears in Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, which didn't appear in the movies, but in the placement of him outside of a forest in a desert, I was like, but his portrayal's so good. I gotta put that there. And then the origin and how they got their name of a certain known character. If that is from Tolkien's notes, that's creative and makes sense. And I like that. And yeah, it brought in some of the other halflings, hobbitish halflings, that a certain person will come across the ring, originate from one of them. And yeah, and I swear I have Legos for everything. Galadriel and Elrond, though this is the Hugo Weaving one. That's it. Focus, there we go. Oh, they had some epic fights. Like, does she look like? No, he's not on that poster. But we could go like lateral. Does she look? My hair's a little lighter. Also, shiny. I like shiny. Tangents. And actually, it's even got a little ring wraith. Whoop, let's learn how to actually hold Legos. And Elrond fighting, and it glows in the dark. My sister got this to me for a birthday or Christmas a while ago, as you can tell, because I think I've lost one of the munitions that you can apparently launch. Bam. Their portrayal is really good. I'm at least through 2 seasons. I would give my stamp of approval that you should go watch Rings of Power. It's really good, and if you have a 4K TV, even more gorgeous. Hopefully, they want it to be 3 seasons more, so we'll see. 1 season at a time. If they get 3rd, and go from there. But I fucking loved it. Unlike The Hobbit, which that's in that realm with Ready Player One, which Megan Critical List knows is the other book that I despise all the changes Spielberg made and cut, and God, he got a lot of. So there are these 2 film adaptations of books that I adore that were ruined, or I will never rewatch. But yeah, all right. So the things that I will watch again might be shows. And for you, those of you who want to see NoFX this weekend for their final shows in LA, I'm envious. Have fun. But when you get back, I got shows for you. And if for those of you that aren't making it and you're looking for something to watch, I've got shows to tell you about too. So let's go. Yes, welcome to another episode of Every Show Joe Says Go, where I'm recommending shows with at least one artist or band or more on them. Usually more, but regardless, you'll enjoy one band, then you probably enjoy everything. It's always usually complimentary and super awesome around them. And if not, you can do what I normally do when I'm healthy, is jump around shows and, is it a la carte? Is that the right way of using it? But yeah. God, I'm fighting off of, I guess I can't fight off of chronic fatigue spell, but we're definitely dealing with it. So we're going to see. Hopefully I don't come off too bad. Which is the other thing that I like to recommend masking if you're going to be watching shows indoors, because I've been dealing with for the past 27 months. I did the math. I finally got it right. For the past 27 months now of long COVID symptoms and chronic fatigue and brain fog, which chronic fatigue spells are the worst. Think like an alcoholic buzz, but without drinking. And it gets worse the more you exert yourself until you lay down. That's what I'm currently dealing with right now. And you don't want to deal with that. You want to lower your chances and risk of that. You want to make these spaces more inclusive for everyone, and even our immunocompromised friends by masking. And for me, even because it's looking like reinfection will, anecdotally looking at people in the COVID long haulers Reddit, which is a very good resource for if you want to see some stories and finding information. But also hearing from a couple doctors and podcasts and stuff that seems I'm risking possibly making these worse again when I go out. I still mask as a precaution. It's just, when I can get out, I love to make it out. When I can't make it out, it's still, I miss seeing everyone. Just missing your new projects, your old projects, your ongoing projects, whatever you want to call them. Fucking, I hate this, and I hate that it feels like I'm slightly drunk, but in a bad way. Ugh. But we're making these videos. That's my commitment to you. I also only took 1 nap, so I'm hoping I don't pay for this more than. Sometimes these can last. What do they call it? Post-exertional malaise or whatever. This can trigger for another full day without anything because of activity. You don't want this. That's my point. So do what you can to lower your risk of COVID, the flu, even get your boosters. I mean, I got mine. I got both. Because again, I need to make sure I can lower my risks, because I don't need to make these symptoms any worse than they are. This sucks. So, if you already don't know. But, the other things to mention, of course, is be sure to like this where you're watching it, whether it's on Threads, on Instagram, on youtube.com/everyshowjo. Facebook, what else? What am I forgetting? Blue Sky, link to it over there. Patreon, which we'll get to why soon, shortly, sometime. And, I posted to my website with the text list. So if you're looking for notes, you can always find them with the video on a new newsfeed post every Friday night. And I deleted it off my phone, so I'm trying to not support that asshole that took over Twitter and his horrible things he's sharing. But I still am posting these, I'm sharing these links at least over there. And I miss some people over there, so still fighting and figuring it out. But yeah, be sure to like what you're watching is the point. And if you're watching on YouTube, of course, be sure to click that subscribe link. It's free. Get notifications when any of these videos I post go up. And then also, of course, it helps me out, because why would I have a Patreon? Is because I don't get any ads on YouTube. So, basically, you'd want to, as those numbers go up and subscribe, they eventually give me access to that feature. So that's also why it helps. But because I don't, we return to that Patreon thing. Patreon.com/everyshowjo. If you forgot it, Patreon.com/everyshowjo. You can go there and support me. I have $1 a month tier, so you don't even have to put barely anything toward it. $5 a month, even like buying me a water, a soda, a beer, whatever, at a smaller to mid-sized venue. A dive bar, probably more likely. Because hell do I know, Chase Field does not have cheap anything. The water, I think, was what, $6? God. Regardless, you can always support over patreon.com/everyshowjo, and that helps me out with equipment, using like the green screens and the lights and everything that I have here, and it helps me out also with the website with the hosting costs and all that stuff, which you can see if you're wondering. Everything, all the tests, most other than the hematologists, I think occurred after I wrote it up. But I wrote about my second year, all the doctor's appointments and scans and tests and all that stuff. That's up there in the top. So looking back at the last year of my second year of long COVID. So you can check that over at everyshowjo.com also. Plus, there's a store link so you can pick up an Every Showjo shirt. Why? I got my fucked up shirt and my pin that I've been trying to wear every week. And of course, the other thing I mentioned underneath this week's episode is City Mouse, Shine Your Light, off her brand new album. Misky and her band are going to be here. Is it a week? 2 weeks? I should have made it notice. But yeah, brand new album, super, super awesome. Want to put it underneath here. Hopefully none of the video platforms censor or muted or anything. I'm fine sharing it, whatever. What revenue I don't get, but you can share it even if I do qualify down the road. And then the other thing I like to put out there every week is let's make this world a better place, because especially against this asshole. Yes, if you can't read it. Let's make the place a better place. Let's do better things for everyone. So fuck racism, fuck sexism, fuck homophobia, fuck transphobia, fuck all that hateful bullshit, that ignorant bullshit, that annoying bullshit. And it annoyed me watching them just fucking double down, trickle, quadruple, whatever down at this point on the Springfield Haitians, and makes my blood boil. But I need a video. I got a video to get through, so let's continue on, though. There's ways to do a positive. Let's break down these systems. Let's try to improve society and understanding and all that fun stuff. And I have on everyshowjo.com. You can find all these links on the Get Involved section. And you can also go to everyshowjo.com/get involved and find all of it directly. I have links to the Abortion Fund of Arizona, which is a great just information source, if not also for choice with your reproductive rights and systems, as it should be. And we're voting for it in a month, really, to codify it in the Arizona Constitution. So hopefully we can do that. Other stuff in there is the Black Lives Matter Phoenix Metro one, Poder in Action, both great organizations trying to break down systems that racism is built into systematically and replace them with better systems, build something up in their place So that's got links to those. Got the ACLU's linked to on there, a great one. OneIntent.org, a great for LGBTQIA youth. Transport Pueblo for undocumented transgender and migrants. They help out a bunch of awesome stuff. Feed Phoenix, which used to be a Sonic project, but Feed Phoenix helps when they're homeless, against self-harm, on Rock Saves Lives, and you're probably seeing if you're at that Punk Republic show, and just involved with a bunch of stuff. So a lot of awesome ways to get involved, and I like to encourage that. They have activities on most of these websites if you want to get involved directly and do stuff with them. They do take donations too if you don't have the time or you're dealing with shit like I'm dealing with right now. Yeah, so let's just make this place better. Let's be more accepting of everyone. As Tim Walt says every time I seem to watch, just mind your business. It doesn't affect your life. These people living their life, being themselves, and just enjoying it. Anyways, I'll just keep getting angry if I keep going on this path. But something that doesn't make me angry is supporting my favorite musicians, because you want to be like, all right, how do I support them? Because especially when Spotify pays them zilch to zero because they have to get over 1,000 streams for one to even get a payment. Yeah, isn't that some bullshit? And then it's still like fractions of a penny. So best way is just go to that merch booth, go to the website for the artist, go buy their albums, go buy their music, go buy their shirts. Like I said, I'm wearing my fucked up shirt with my fuck Trump pin. This episode brought to you by the word fuck. Yeah, go buy them merch, go buy their skateboards, go buy their hoodies. You know, you gotta go to Flagstaff for the north to use it in the state in October so far. That's another story. But yeah, go support your favorite musicians. That's the best way. And in the most fun way that supports not only your favorite musicians, but your favorite venues, is just going in and attending a show. And that's the thing I fucking miss the most of, the energy of, the seeing of everyone. All that is fucking awesome. And I gotta stop swaying my head, because otherwise this spell is definitely going to take advantage. Then we'll have issues reading. And you can see what we can do off the top of my head. But yeah, so anyways, let's go start with tonight, the 4th, Friday. All times are Arizona time, which are Mountain Standard Time, because we don't do daylight savings here, which in a month won't matter. Well, kind of. We'll at least be aligned again with everyone in Mountain Standard Time zones. But yeah, we got some awesome stuff. I got two new ones that I somehow missed, and I don't know how I missed them. I should have had them on there because they're amazing. But we'll start at the top, which I know it's sold out, and you're probably there at this point if you're, by the time you're watching this. But Subhumans are back. Fucking love Subhumans. With Bad Waitress, Corky's Leather Jacket, Rebel Lounge, 8 p.m. We also got the Limit Club with Ghostlight Review, hosted by Kenter, Yucca Tap, 9 p.m. And this one, I don't know how I missed it. I'm sorry I missed it, because this is amazing. Bit Brigade, who do rock covers of video game stuff. They've been Mega Ran's backing band in the past. They're super awesome. And they're doing a tour where they're doing Super Mario World and F-Zero covers. Holy fuck. I mean, can we get that on camera? Well, there's one. Also, I don't think that's green. Anyways. And I love fucking F-Zero. You should play F-Zero 99, by the way, just putting that out there. Regardless, they're playing that with Super Guitar Brothers and, yes, of course, Mega Ran over the Valley Bar, 7 p.m. Fuck yes. We also got the Scattered Guts record release show. How did I miss that? With Ethereal, Cthulhu, Misanthropic, and Dogyard over at the Nile Underground, 6 p.m. We got Clam Jam with the runner-up, Winston, or featuring, I should say. Clam Jam's not. That's the name of the show. The runner-up, Winston, Big Destroyer, and Love You Bye over at the Rock Bar, 7:30 p.m. Then down at, up in Flagstaff, I should say, we've got Flogging Molly with the Rumjacks at the Pepsi Amphitheater up there in Flagstaff, 7:30 p.m., which then you can wear your hoodie. And then down in Tucson, we got Blue Elephant and Seven Snakes, Blue Collar Criminals, and Sick in the Head at Brody's Dark Horse Tavern down in Tucson, 9 p.m. Wishing the best to T.O.B., who dropped off, end up in the hospital, seems to be doing okay. Wishing him the best, get better, fucking get out of the hospital too. But yeah, fucking hope the best for him. And if you're down in Tucson, go support that. Then Saturday. Who's got a chronic fatigue spell going? Not me. Saturday, we've got, there's all this like Celtic punk going on around the state. We got Dropkick Murphys back in town with Pennywise and The Scratch. at the Mesa Amphitheater. That one's a 6 p.m. start, so just pay attention because, yeah, they have the noise ordinance that they have to stop at 10 hard cut because it's Mesa. But yeah, so there's that, of course, bringing out the bros, the bro punks, and just there's some awesome music. I know I'm making fun of, but I do enjoy myself some Dropkick Murphys, and that last Pennywise album I definitely probably liked more than most of them. And then, of course, one that I'm excited that is here, even if I can't make it, and you should go check them out. Beans on Toast. You might have seen him come through before with Frank Turner. Frank Turner's also, I think, what helped produce some of his albums in the past. And yeah, he's going to be here with Joshua Marshall of Once Not, I think they've ended. They're in his flask. And with our own Rad Pinkard opening up Yucca Tap, 7:30 p.m. And then there's also the Shred and Skate Fest featuring Blue Elephant and the Seven Snakes, Skeleton Army, and the DeVillains. And it's got some, it says outdoor skate ramps and sessions, plus indoor fingerboarding. So you can do both forms of it there. At Taproom 120, starting at 5 p.m. It says an all ages event, so they add that in there. And I'm sure there's a story behind Blue Elephant and the Seven Snakes. I feel maybe ask them what their origins are if you got. And then if you couldn't get enough of them up here in Phoenix, down in Tucson, you got Bit Brigade doing the same Super Mario World and F-Zero covers, Super Guitar Brothers, and Mega Ran down at Club Congress down in Tucson, 7 p.m. Or if you're just down there, go check that out. Tommy Hammer Retirement Show. Also, I misorganized these. This is what page breaks are horrible for. But we got Tommy Hammer Retirement Show with Body Res, with Factory Reset, and TA80 at Timeout Lounge, 8 p.m. Factory Reset is his actual band that he'll be playing his last show with. And we're going to fix this in my notes so I might forget by the time I copy this over. Then, yeah, it's a lighter week. I'll warn you now. We got, of course, they seem to be, I guess I just play Wasting Great these, but People Who Can Fly, who are just a fun time. Little poppy rock. We screen 8 p.m. Monday, we got Dave Ramirez with Garrett Owen and Dorston at Last Exit Live, 8 p.m. Tuesday, we got a pair of them. We got a pair of kind of country or bluegrass and brass bands. What's going on? We got Teddy and the Rough Riders with Katie May and the Lubrication at the Yucca Tap Room, 7:30 p.m. We got Lowdown Brass Band with Prime Society, Bad Cactus Brass Band, which is another local that they're on my radar now. So once I'm healthy, I need to get out and watch. But this one, if you're wondering where you can go watch them, that's the Rhythm Room, 7:30 p.m. Wednesday, it's light. Thursday, though, we got Simple Malfunction with DOS, the Sendek, and Paige June at the Ground Zero Studios, 7 p.m. And then Friday, we got Mills End doing their single release show over at 1227 Tap Room, 7 p.m. And then we have Victims and the Kentucky Rifles with Angela Falling, Body Res, Naughty Limes, I think that is. There's typos there, sorry. And the Looney Ticks at the Blues Bar, 7 p.m. Plus, down in Tucson, we've got Cream Pop's album release with the Logan Green Whatever, Troubled Minds, and Fever Dream at the Groundworks down there, 7 p.m. So yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff. A lighter amount of a lot of fun stuff. You gotta reframe it. So it works. Right. I'm not gonna have Galadriel and Elrond, fight because, well, watch the finale. But regardless, watch the season finale of season 2. If that's the lesson of the beginning. But I guess that's all I got. And try not to hit anyone over the head with that Northern Trilogy book I got. But yeah, you guys have fun out there. If you're in LA to watch all the final No Effect shows, have fun out there. Of course, also should mention they're streaming all of them on Veeps. They're on demand. I think it's more, unfortunately, if it's on demand. You can watch them live stream, so that's super cool. So you can go check that out. I think it's $40 to watch the live stream all 3 nights. Gonna miss those dudes. That's we can just keep showing flashing tattoos. No effect. So that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. I wish I enjoyed, despite running from a downpour, I enjoyed my time in Denver. Despite, basically, chronic fatigue just destroying me. I feel it as I think about it, but it's also, I'm feeling it. So I'm pushing through, make these videos for you guys. So thank you guys for watching. I think that's all I got until next week. So yeah, as I think, starting before I went on a tangent, have fun out there. Be safe. Get a GD or ride share if you're drinking. And, yeah, just have fun. So, until next week, take care.